my point is I'm going to reduce my 90 plus AR to a 10%. Okay. When I do that, my attention is 90 plus AR should be 10%. When I review my account, I'll understand there are 20% of my account is sitting with 2 or 3 payers. So what I need to do, I need not concentrate on every payer. Instead of that, I'll concentrate on the 80% of the payer where my AR is lying huge. Got it? That's the way we are going to address it. Any doubt here? Okay, the same way the payment posting. Okay, we'll take scenario. 4 people are posting the payment and 1 guy is doing a mistake. So where I need to control, not all the 4, but I have to concentrate on the 1 guy who is doing a incorrect mistakes, right? That's the way we have to fix it. Okay, and coming to the process, okay, the PDCA plays a major role. Okay, plan, do, check, and act. Okay, this is a major one for doing any of the improvement. Okay, we'll go in depth on it, and then statistic to control process, and it uses the proven tools and then technique to reduce the defects. Okay, it has all the tools within the Six Sigma. Okay, and we have to use a well-trained.
That is PDCA, right? Not PDAC, correct?
No, PDCA, yeah, correct. Yeah, I'll correct it. Okay, PDAC. Okay, I'll correct that. And then the well-trained independent team to handle the well-defined project. When you're going to start any Six Sigma project, the people should be trained properly and how they are going to work on it. Okay, that we will focus on. And promote the reorganization, focus on the process and qualities. Okay, what we'll do when we did complete your Six Sigma process, mainly you will concentrate and then change the processes. Okay, you have to improve or tweak on your processes. Okay, this I just mentioned the difference between lean and the Six Sigma. Lean mainly concentrates on the waste, okay, and then cycle time. That's a major thing on the lean. Six Sigma, as we discussed, mainly concentrates on the defects and the variation. Okay, here lean will concentrate speed of process by reducing your bottlenecks. Okay, the what are all the problem or a constraint in the process, it will focus on the constraint so that your speed of process can be done. Here Six Sigma focus on eliminating the defects. Okay, the variation mainly it focus on. So simply comparing these two, lean will concentrate what are all the way we can improve the process by reducing the waste. Six Sigma will concentrate on how to reduce the variation so that all your product will be of the same quality. Okay, that's what usually what will happen is when you're going for a course, okay, they will concentrate only on Six Sigma or a lean. Okay, now previously, okay, now they combine both because it has to go on and on. Okay, without lean, we cannot improve much on Six Sigma. Without Six Sigma methodology, we cannot do much on the lean. So we are combining both, and then that's what our course is doing on the lean and Six Sigma together. Okay, and this is some of the contribution from the Six Sigma by the many of the people. Okay, Six Sigma pioneers. Okay, Joseph Juran. Okay, he's a main guy who's created the TQM theory. Okay, and he published the quality control handbook, and then Pareto principles he recognized, and he's from he did all this activity in Japan. Okay, and he's a main person who improved the Japan's economy in the year of 1950. Okay, and quality management, his triology. Okay, this is the Euron style triology we will call. Okay, for example, if you go for a quality planning, quality improvement, and quality control, these are all the major 3 points which we need to understand. Okay, you know what is quality planning, right? So planning to get what level of quality we are going to bring in, and this is a quality improvement. Quality improvement is nothing but training your people and then bringing the improvement aspects on it. Quality control is nothing but we are make sure that before the product is going out for the marketing, we have to reach our quality percentage there. Okay, this about Joseph Juran. Okay, and Edward Deming, he's a guy who taught about the statistical method, how to control it. So we'll cover that. Okay, 14 points and 7 deadly diseases of top management, which is very, very highly principle. Okay, we'll cover it in the later part. And plan, do, study and act. Okay, plan, do, check and act. These are all the principle he developed it, PDCA. And Walter Schumart, problem of reducing error by processing terms of process variation. Okay, he only talked about the process variation first type. And he talked about the cause and the chance for a cause variation. And control chart is given by this guy, Schumart. And another one guy is Ishikawa. Ishikawa is mainly the fishbone diagram is created by him. Okay, and he mainly believed that the quality cannot be one particular process, but should be a company-wide quality control should be there. Okay, that's what he did, and we call this fishbone diagram as a cause and effect diagram. These are all some of the history who did what. Okay, and when we are doing the process, what will happen is Takuchi. Okay, he talked about some of the point. See, for example, I'll go back and then say, see here, when we started the process, we didn't see any of the hike, right? Instead of these two particular point. Okay, if you analyze and then understand what happened to this two particular area, maybe some problem happened on this two segment alone. If you remove that and then put a plot, this more or less equal to this only. Okay, because of this two particular area, we will call that as a noise of the process. Okay, because of this noise, your process is showing you differently, but it is not different one. Okay, see, for example, we will take a scenario when we converted our process into a telehealth. Okay, see what happened, we have to add a modifier, right? 95 or modifier or GT modifier initially we used to build. See what happened, we don't know, and we didn't add the modifier and we build the claim. So that may created that much of denial. But okay, but if you remove that as a noise, and all your process will be the streamlined. So whenever you are getting that process is up hiking all of a sudden, you have to understand the noise point. Okay, and then remove the noise point and then check. Okay, without the noise point, your process is good or not. This thought Takushi only brought in. Okay, and reduce the costs that are involved, and then quality loss function, and then design robustness. See, for example, design robustness, for example, you want to create any particular process. Okay, and you find the process is completely coming as a error only. We are not able to improve after putting your Six Sigma methodology, all your thoughts, it is not coming correctly. That means what is a problem? Your base itself is a problem, right? You have to change your design of the process, then only you can improve it, otherwise it will not. So he mainly talked about the design, how the robustness the design should be. Okay, to get your quality control. Okay, these are all some of the history. I think you can go through and then you can see that. Any question here?
First, which of this, five pioneers you like the most?
No, everyone has their own points, right? If you see here, now we are majorly, I'm concentrating on the TQM theory. Okay, here. Okay, and second thing is PDCA is a main for your any of the plan. Okay, and you know very well, fishbone is
No,
a very,
maybe
very important.
I have to ask the question this way, especially
Differently.
for medical billing.
I'll say
I
that
know that everything will affect,
yeah.
but which one will be the most?
See, what I'll say is if you have any problem, start with the fishbone
Fishbone,
and go with the PDCA. Okay, these two
Ishikawa.
will fix all your problem. Ishikawa followed by your this guy PDCA cycle,
PDCA.
Edward Fleming. It will solve all your problem. You need not go beyond that for healthcare itself. I'm saying.
Okay.
Any other question? Paxton, clear?
Eric, all 7 QC tools will help in Six Sigma.
Yeah. We'll use it, but
Okay.
it's applicable for a certain area. Okay, we'll cover all the 7 tools. Okay, all cannot be used in one shot, right?
Okay.
So each has its own capability.
Okay.
See, if you take 8D methodology, and then they're trying to combine 3 of their QC tool, right? Actually, they're developing a lot.
Yeah.
That's what happening. Okay. Any other question? The guys who are not in the TL level and all, it seems to be new to you. Okay, once we covered, you can understand. Okay, what we are trying to do. Paxton, where are Paxton?
Johnson,
Johnson, Venkat. கொஞ்சம் புதுசா இருக்கும். Okay, once you come to that level of managing the people, team coach level or team lead level, you will understand what we are talking now. That would be helpful for you guys. Okay, so I'll move to the next one. Okay, Six Sigma projects. Okay, for example, I learned Six Sigma. Can I go ahead and then start my Six Sigma project? That is a bigger question everyone will have. Okay, so we completed Six Sigma. Can I go and then join for a Six Sigma alone? So that's a question you may get once you completed your black belt and all. Okay, so you cannot do that. Okay, there is a lot of challenges in it, and that's what this particular thing is going to explain you. Okay, see, you may be expert in the Six Sigma. Okay, you may be a master black belt or a black belt in Six Sigma, but your organization should allow you to do, right? If your organization is not showing any interest, you cannot start the project. Okay, so that's what I'm saying. Your organization decided to change and then improve. Okay, so I'm not bound by my organization. See, for example, I'm reporting to anyone. Okay, he's not interested to do any Six Sigma project. So what I need to do? So at the time, what you need to do, you identify your process and then implement your Six Sigma in your process itself. Okay, don't expect anything from the management side of it. See, when you are doing any bigger project, actually there is a cost involved, right? So we have to put up people and then start the Six Sigma projects, then only we can bring the improvement. See, many of the organization, they does not know what is the use of the Six Sigma. Okay, when you talk about Six Sigma, you will get a negative hit for you, saying that, see, you do your work, why you want to do unnecessarily waste your time? That's what they will come and tell you once they don't know about the Six Sigma. So at the time, what you need to do, you take your process and then do the changes and then start improving. That's the only way. If your organization is allowing you to do, go to the bigger level. Okay, and then try to prove what are all the improvements you did, what are all the things you match it, and how you are bringing your betterment. See, small improvement project you start, okay, till you get a confident. Okay, once you started getting the confidence, then you can definitely you can go and then improve on the processes. Okay, whatever Six Sigma projects you are projecting to the management, it should be linked with your operational goal. See, my management will have a different goal. Okay, that should be linked with here. Okay, management need to choose the most appropriate project. See, this is what I'm talking here is, for example, your management is interested in doing a Six Sigma project. So what do you need to do? You discuss with the management. Okay, what is it, which project you are going to improve the operational goal, and you can take the which project we can take it as a priority. Like that, we can start discussing with them. Okay, mostly whenever you're projecting it, say that it is linked with your organizational goal. If it is not linked with your organizational goal, your management is not going to support you. Okay, so making the management to understand the impact or the usefulness of the Six Sigma is very, very important before you start any of the projects. Okay, see, not all projects are appropriate for Six Sigma. What did it mean by that? So we need not go to Six Sigma level itself. Okay, before that itself, we can complete it. Okay, so we will discuss that in detail when you go to that. See, for that's what I told you. When the healthcare, many of our process does not need Six Sigma to do a development. Okay, your PDCA itself will bring a lot of best improvement in the process. Okay, that you need to understand. And see, you have multiple projects, for example 20 or 30 projects. If you once you've completed your black belt, you know very well what all the area you can handle it, you can improve it. Okay, if you take the control, you will not get a sleep in the night. Okay, you think this is, I'm not doing great, that is not doing great, that kind of thoughts will come to you. Then you think that I have to do a 20 projects. Okay, so how to prioritize that? That's the main thing what we are discussing here. Okay, quality improvement strategy need to be applied, and it should be linked with your organizational or your process goal. Okay, see, and when the potential gains are doing so, not worth the cost is involved. See, for example, what happens is, for organization want to implement a Six Sigma project. Okay, they may spend money and then get the project, but if you go back and then see what is the revenue I generated, potential gains, it will not come in the dollar value. Okay, it will come in the process improvement. They don't like it, right? Whenever they spend money, they want to look into the ROI. Okay, that's what, whenever you're doing any project, it should reflect in the potential gains in terms of money. Okay, assessing project readiness. Okay, which project I can start? Okay, when you plan to start any of the project, ask this question: is change a critical business need? If your answer is yes, please go ahead and then start. Okay, if not, select another project which is going to be a very, very critical as a priority one. Okay, evolution of the current performance. You check the current performance. For example, current performance itself is 98%. It's good. For that 2% of improvement, you need not put the Six Sigma project. Okay, you have one more project where you are getting only 25% of success, and then there is a lot of opportunity that you can improve. So you have to evaluate your current performance. Based on that, you have to decide which project you can start on. Okay, and then the system and the capacity for a change. See, for example, I can do multiple projects. Okay, if my management or my team is not ready to change, okay, I cannot do anything, right? Finally, I have the only person who has to change. Okay, so you have to see that what is the capacity and how is the management or the processes ready for a change. So that you need to do. Okay, and second thing is determining the project suitability. Say the project, when you're starting any project, ask these questions. Okay, is the project is important? If says yes, give me the reason how many dollar you are going to save out of this project, and what are all the things you are going to improve. That will give an answer. Is it important? And prioritize in the project portfolio. This is nothing but you are giving 10 project. Which project you are going to start with? So how we decided which project is going to be better dollar savings? You are going to start that project. Okay, appropriate methodology that you can apply. Okay, so you have to decide which methodology. Okay, is it am I going for a DMAC or the PDCA, or I'm going to use any other methodology? That need to be finalized before you start the project. And who are all the team member is going to work with me to do this particular project? That and all you have to identify that. See, as we discussed in any question here, I think who are all joined Six Sigma get now got little bit shocked, right? Unless management support, I cannot do. So,
But whichever process is in our control, we can do that. So
you can do, but
area
that's
we
what
can
I'm
do.
saying. You cannot go back. Say, for example, if your top management is not interested in Six Sigma, how we can do? We cannot do, right? Only see, if you are interested in, you take your own process and then improve it. See, definitely that's what I'm saying. Whatever project you are doing, there should be a major change in it. See, for example, current performance, I'm doing only 25%, and then you are giving an impact of 75 to 80%. You are improving. Obviously, that will come to a notification of the management saying that what you did, how you improve the process. Then you have a
Yes.
chance to explain them what is the Six Sigma methodology or what you improved, and that will also give a better trumpet for you to beat yourself. That's the way it has to go. See, you know very well, right? When Matt know very well, right? We started implementing a lot of Six Sigma project in my previous company. No one takes care of it. What Six Sigma, like that they will ask, right? Now we started here, a lot of things we implemented
Yes.
here because
Yes. I
this
agree for this.
management understood, okay, what is the importance of the Six Sigma, and whatever we say that they encourage it. So that's the main thing, right? Even though they didn't pay any money on it, because that's what we started, right? We are taking a smaller project and then improved it, showed to them, and we got their approval. Then we expanded it. Okay, compared to my previous, and then here we did a lot of things. That's what I'm trying to say. So you should get a support from your management. And if you're lucky enough, if you have any manager come with your Six Sigma level and they are giving a freeness for you to do some projects, நான் என்ன சொல்லிக்கிறேன். Okay, fine.
எங்களுக்கு பிரச்சனை இல்லை பஸ்.
அதான் சொல்றேன், நான் என்ன சொல்லிக்கிறேன். Okay, right. So there is a two way of doing a Six Sigma methodology. One is DFSS. Okay, design for Six Sigma. See, when you are going to start any new implementation or a new product, okay, you can go for a DFSS method. And if any existing process you want to improve, you can go for a DMAC methodology. Okay, that's the way. And design for Six Sigma. Design for Six Sigma. New product. For example, I'm going to start a new software project. Okay, so you need not go for a DMIC, but you can go for a DFSS methodology. We'll go in detail. Okay, what is the DF and DMAC and all we'll cover. Okay, the next one is organizational alignment of goal. Okay, so when your Six Sigma project is aligned with organizational goal, definitely you'll get a support from your management. Okay, and whenever you are doing any Six Sigma project, it is better you involve your executive team. That's your top management. Okay, tell them this is what I'm going to do. That will give a better credit for you, and whatever you're going to improve it, they can see and then they can visualize it if they are interested in. Okay, and the change management. So after doing your Six Sigma project and then lean methodology, okay, that some changes need to be implemented in your process. Okay, so employees need to be communicated, and they have to continuous process measurement should be there. Okay, that we have to inform them. So this is a pyramid. Okay, how we are going to start it. See, for example, team member. See, the green belt will be a or the yellow belt guys will come fall under here. So what you can do, you can train them on that particular project and then make them to work for you, and then it will come under the green belt. Green belt will be managed by the black belt people, and then that will come under the master black belt. Master black belt will be managed by the champion. Champion is nothing but your organizational CEO or who is the head of the organization will take a control of the project. So that's what, if he is a control of the, you give all the control to him and then you work on it so that he will understand what's going on here. Okay, so if not, then you be the organizational head, you be the champion, and then you use your team to continue on. Okay, that's the way it should work on. Okay, without getting the your management support, you cannot go for a bigger changes, right? Okay, any other question?
No.
Okay, fine. So when you're doing any Six Sigma project, what you need to do is immediately you have to practice and you decide. Okay, immediate practices, you have to decide which practice you're going to do it, and then which application you're going to use, and you have to provide the relevant example to your team. See, for example, you may be the Six Sigma expert, but the thing is, all Six Sigma will cover only from the management or the manufacturing side of it, right? So how we are going to relate that with your process, and you have to give a relevant example, and you have to train your people, and then you have to create a champion for that particular project. And whenever they started the Six Sigma project, we have to give a frequent training to them, and then make them to understand and make them to go ahead with the projects. Okay, right. So the next one is Six Sigma business processes. Okay, so what is the business process? So when you're doing business, it has a process, right? It has input, and then it has the process, and it is go for an output. That's what we are talking about, the business processes. Okay, the series of event that produce your output. Okay, I may collect input from the supplier, and then I'll go for a series of process to get an output. Okay, so here I'll go for the SIPOC model. Okay, this is a supplier. I am getting a material from the supplier. That will be my input. Okay, I'm adding with my input, and then I'll go and then do it a process. After the process, I'm going to get the output. This output will be delivered to the customer. Okay, this is a SIPOC model. Okay, so here whenever we are talking about the variability, okay, if a supplier is not giving a correct input for you, your input will become a problem. So the process will be a challenge, our output will be a problem. The customer is not going to accept your quality of the product, right? This is the way the SIPOC is very, very important process. Whenever you have any problem, it need to be fixed. So that's what we discuss, right? For example, we'll take one example. Okay, we'll take one major client escalation what we received. Okay, this guy is saying that you are giving me the authorization very late. That's what the customer complaint. Okay, but supplier, who is a supplier? He only giving me the supply. Okay, the supply itself is late. Means what? The client, what the detail he is giving me, that itself is taking time. Can I improve the process? I cannot, right? The supplier itself is a problem. So once the supplier is good, and if that is good, okay, for example, I'm getting on time and I'm getting the input file, my process is delay. For example, I am not sending this rightly to the insurance company. There is the delay in the process. What I need to do, I have to sit and then improve my process here. Okay, once the process is improved, then the customer see my output, then I can improve on. So this SIPOC is very important to identify where we are lacking behind, where we need to improve. So we'll take one more scenario. For example, C&D. Okay, the customer is not getting a payment. The main problem here, if you see here, your clearinghouse is not a problem. Okay, clearinghouse is a problem, right? My process, the clearinghouse is a challenge. So now what we are doing, we are changing the clearinghouse and then bringing a new process here, so that the customer will be happy to get the same flow. Like that, you have to see this particular 5 circle, which is very important, which is going to affect your customer requirement. Okay, which need to be taken care. Okay, the core business processes, so essential to create a value for a business. And see, there when you take any business process, there are 2 things. One is core process, other is a support process. Okay, you have to understand which is a core, which is a support. So how to identify core and the support?
So any process which is not completely, we are doing will be, support process.
Right. See,
Which
for
is creating values core.
yeah. See, for example, we'll take a payment posting. Okay, posting the payment in the software is a core process, right? But what we are doing, we are maintaining a log. Okay, we are doing a reconciliation. That and all is a other function, which is not going to add value, or the client is not going to pay money for that, right? Client is paying money only to post the payment. What all the other things we have is a other supporting function. Can we remove all the support function?
No.
We cannot, right? Because we need that, either management needs, or for our future references we need this. So that is very important. We are going to keep that also, right? So that's the difference between your core business and the other business functionality. Okay, see, does the process cross multiple department, then it will become a core, right? One particular process will go to the other department, so we have to be more careful on those kind of core processes. Okay, is the process going to generate revenue for the organization? You ask this question, is going to generate a revenue? If the answer is yes, that is a core, otherwise it's other. Okay, is the process is a customer focused? For example, you are doing one activity, ask this question, so is it a process is going to seen or going to be noticed by the customer? Then it is a core, otherwise it is not. Okay, the process analysis. So how we are going to do is, the improvement opportunity should be linked with the goal. Okay, what is the goal? See, for example, charge entry we will take. My goal is whatever I am receiving, I have to bill it within 2 days. Okay, so this is my goal, right? Then only I will get a payment. So that is my core area which I need to do. And all your process, what you are going to do, a core, it is a cost involved. Others may not be cost involved, but a core is a cost involved process. Okay, any question here?
No, boss.
எல்லாரும் இருக்குமா, தூங்கிடுமா? ரொம்ப ட்ரையா போகுது போல சப்ஜெக்ட்.
No sir.
எல்லாம் இருக்கும், தூங்கல, தாலாட்ல இல்ல, ரைட். ஓகே, பொண்ணு வந்து சொல்லிட்டு போறோம், ரொம்ப நேரமா பேசிட்டீங்க, எல்லாம் தூங்கி இருக்க போறாங்கன்னு சொல்லிட்டு போறோம், அதனால தான் செக் பண்ணிக்கிறேன் இப்ப எல்லாத்தையும். ஓகே, say the organizational drivers. Okay, what do you mean by organizational drivers?
Top management peoples or
யார் டாப் மேனேஜ்மெண்ட் கார்ல உட்காந்துருக்கலாம், அவங்க தான் டிரைவர்ஸா?
so anyone who drive that process, right? Organization.
லோரன், யார் டிரைவர்? தாமஸ் தான் டிரைவர்ன்றீங்களா? See, actually, the organizational drive by some points. Okay, that does not mean that who is in the organizational head. See, for example, any of the organization will have their own drivers. Okay, so what do you mean by that? See, the profit. Okay, that's a major driver for any of the organization. Profit lana enna பண்ணுவாங்க, கடை சேர்த்துட்டு அடுத்த வேலைய பார்க்க போயிடுவாங்க இல்லையா? Profit, market share, customer satisfaction, organizational efficiency, and then the product differentiation. These are all the major organizational drivers in general. Okay, the business drivers is nothing but driving forces influence each aspect of a work. Okay, if you take any process, okay, that should be a driving force. For that only we are having a team leaders, managers, everything to going towards your organizational drivers. Okay, then highest level of performance measure, right? That's what, whenever you start any of the process, we are fixing the measure, right? How we are going to achieve it, what is our requirement, everything we are setting here itself in the business. Okay, and this organizational drivers are the backbone of any business effort. Okay, and the essential key to success of the organization is a organizational driver. So I am talking about, there are around 6 organizational drivers. Profit, you know very well, right? Profit is a main blood of the any of the business, right? Without profit, no business can run. Okay, so what is the profit? Okay, net profit is nothing but your gross profit. Means what? What is the income you are getting it, and what is your expenses? See, as a manager, as a leads, okay, you should know what is the gross margin of your project. Okay, even though the management is not going to say what is the income you are going to generate out of your project, but it is your role. See, for example, if you cross your manager title, then you are responsible for your P&L. right? So you have to start practicing seeing everything in the profit wise. Okay, so what you need to do is how much we are generating a revenue for this company, and what is my expenses from your level, right? For example, the project is giving only 50K, but I am keeping 10 people to work on it. So that's all the challenges, right? Is it, am I doing a correct way to improve my profit? That's a question you have to ask, because that is an organizational important driver, profit. And second one is a market share. See, the market share is not in my control, but the market share is in the marketing team control. Because see, what is the company's sale revenue compared to the same product which is